Almost there. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share my screen. All right, cool. So user testing, we're going to go through and we're going to just go through some of the use cases, and we'll hear directly from some of the people that have used usertesting.com, just to kind of give you a walkthrough. And again, this is like one of the industry standards for product managers to use to really validate UX designs and see and hear from a qualitative perspective the customer experience. All right, so let's go ahead and listen. I'm just going to mute myself.
Within digital at Burberry, we're really good at creating unique, bespoke features. Where user testing is helping us is identifying the right ways to surface this content to our users.
The research and testing part of the methodology has allowed us to maximize what we can present to the customer, maximize our strategies around personalization with real user insights, which has seen the fruits of our labor go from a rating of 4.6 up to 4.9. You know, that's an exciting thing to see on the App Store worldwide.
All right, so
within digital at Burberry, we're really good at creating unique.
Let's just go to the second.
We are actually
wanted to see if we could get into a little bit more deeper analysis of their stories, because I like some of their longer form content here. So let's actually look at Wells Fargo, and then we'll look at these two.
Wells Fargo is a bank with a heart. Wells Fargo has tens of millions of customers, and our app is moving billions of dollars through it each month. But at an individual level, you have to go back down and say that's people's households. That's people's families.
We are customer obsessed. We wake up in the morning and we read App Store reviews for breakfast. When you start to look at customers as people, you think about all the things that matter to them. When they come into the app, they have this whole life around them.
Over 85% of our customer interactions happen in our app. We have to connect with our customers and understand them, given the enormity of our responsibility. We test the entirety of the needs our customers have, and we're leveraging user testing to do that.
The user testing platform enables us to turn around the kind of insights we're providing to our client teams at scale and really super fast. The faster we can do it, the faster we can meet the timelines of our product teams.
It helps us streamline and simplify experiences for the customers, just to make sure that what we are building actually is the simplest it can be.
We've been able to increase the size of our sample from annually looking at and talking with thousands of customers to going into tens of thousands of customers.
Our visual appeal index helps us measure how people feel when they use our digital experiences.
The score allows us to understand in a rank order phenomenon what's going to outperform others. Our CSAT scores have gone up over 20% on our digital app since we began our relationship with user testing. It takes millions of 5-star ratings on the App Store to move from 4.8 to 4.9. Since we've been working with user testing, we were able to do that.
That is a huge achievement. And I think it's really because we have focused so much on the customer, what the customer wants, but also delivering something that's different from other banks.
User testing is the platform that connects the human heart to the human mind.
BT Group is the UK's leading communications provider. We have about 25 million monthly subscribers, 450 plus retail stores, about 3 million plus monthly app users.
Traditionally, EE sells the telecoms products such as broadband, mobile, connectivity side of things, but we're going into newer verticals now, so tech, gaming, home security, insurance. One of our key goals was making E the consumer-facing flagship brand and moving away from BT. We use human insight to test the app, the website, but also physical devices like how people set up the hubs. User testing is an insight platform that allows us to observe people using our digital products and services, and it allows us to reach a wide range of people across the country.
We need to do research to understand user behavior, user motivation.
If our ethos as a company of EE is to try and be the most personal customer-focused brand, this is how you be customer-focused, is you spend time with them. The app is the window into that personalized, helpful conversation every day.
It's a lot more than just an app to check your bill. It's going to be a very personalized app to also shop for your consumer electronics. Human insights are essential when we are designing for our e-commerce platform.
We discovered that what worked best was a product-led approach so that customers could go straight to phones or tech or gaming or broadband. Ultimately, when we released it, we saw a 50% uplift in traffic to the broadband pages.
It's all enhanced by our new AI assistant, Amy.
We found the chatbot wasn't answering a lot of our customer queries about roaming. So we did some research, we redesigned it. Since the redesign, Amy responds more naturally to people. The chatbot containment rate increased by 75%. We also had a 50% increase in click-through rate.
User-centered design used to come from a place of moving pixels, and now it's moving companies against their competitors. That's the impact at a strategic level it has if done correctly. What an opportunity to be part of that. BT Group is the
If you don't trust the data, trust the anecdote. And the best way to get that anecdote is with customers.
AWS is the world's largest provider of cloud computing services, and we have millions of customers across the entire world. What's unique about the AWS business model is it really allows our external customers who are technology builders to experiment and to innovate without taking on the cost of their own servers and data centers.
We're always looking ahead at how customers are evolving both in their businesses and how we can meet those needs.
Our customers, these builders who build things, they have to choose among our many features and services.
User testing allows us to get in front of our customers and learn their first-person perspective on how they use our tools and how we can make the experiences better. We might learn about a customer problem that we hadn't identified before that will send us in the direction of building a new experience that could turn into a profitable solution for the company as well.
One of the outcomes of the research that we did was discovering that our developer audience and our technology audience wanted a dashboard.
User testing gives us speed. Speed to look across the number of different things quickly, the speed to recruit, the speed to analyze, the speed to engage with a wide range of personas.
With detailed metrics, detailed analysis, and detailed videos and reporting clips, we took expert information and turned it into something anybody could use.
It's the platform that we trust and use to get in front of our customers.
When we can have impact in the decision-making process, we have impact on customers' lives. We need a partner like user testing.
For a company that's customer obsessed like Amazon, understanding the human beings that we're designing and building these experiences for helps us to lead with empathy and build solutions that truly solve business problems and customer problems.
AWS gives me the ability to affect millions of lives, that we build core capabilities that build the world. We evolve with our customers. AWS is 17 years old and we're just getting started. If you don't trust the data, trust the anecdote.
All right, so those are enough use cases, I think, but I think that kind of gives you an idea. For us product managers, if you end up working on something a lot smaller, For example, you might just be working on, a registration page. You can still use usertesting.com. You can still use usertesting.com because it's not just for these big, ginormous, use cases. It's for the smallest things. It could be for a logo. It could be literally, so at Verizon, we were deciding on the right messaging for wish list. Should we do favorites, or wish list? And we did some testing, and we did focus groups, and we did all this other stuff so we could understand what's the best, what people jive with more. And the questions that you ask, usually there's a UX, there's people that actually have, master's degrees and things like that, but product managers as well. We will go through and ask particular questions to get a unbiased response from these customers and users. And that's another reason why I love usertesting.com, because it takes the bias out of it, right? You don't know exactly who is doing the test. You're not interacting with them at all. The question is purely digital. They're giving instructions. They're being told to go through a particular flow or look at a logo. And whatever your questions are, like, for example, it could be a where's Waldo, like go and figure out this thing, find a particular smartphone on Verizon.com. And then you could see them struggle. Or it could be, here's a couple of logos, which one's better, and give us your qualitative feedback. And then, whatever they give, then you get to actually watch the video and hear them talk out their experience and go through that flow. All right. Guess what, guys? I just realized I